Sir,
Yes, sir.
just quickly, I had something that was due next week that got moved up to tomorrow. So I'm here now, but I won't be able to do the next class. And so I
Okay.
just have room for training.
Sure.
So
Thank you.
run anything at the moment. Just give feedback.
Do you have a section in mind for today?
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Not really, sir, to be honest. And
Good evening.
like I was just saying, isn't set up at the moment because I can't do next session. I've got to do schoolwork.
Okay. Cool.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, guys.
Hopefully, I can be a bit more consistent once exams are over.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sit up. Oh, we've got Miss Osborne as well. That's awesome. Hang on, I'll just add Miss Osborne to the camera. You're right for the warm-up, Miss Osborne?
Huh?
Are you okay to do the warm-up today?
Oh, I didn't prepare one.
Okay, I'll get it. Sit up. Kyogen, take one. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Shijok, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. And the student oath. Gesok, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Baro. Oh, excellent to see somebody else training outside. Fantastic. Out in the sunlight. That's brilliant. I'll just remove our assistants.
It's so sunny. It's quite cloudy.
Oh, it's good to see you out there anyway. Get some vitamin D in you, Tavisha. Okay, let's get warmed up. Jogging on the spot. Feet in and out. Arms up. Come on, Xavier, get moving. Not off camera, Xavier. Exercising. We'll keep going. Got a couple more people coming in.
Jade, why did you just turn on?
Go feet forward and backward. And jog on the spot. When I give the count, drop into a burpee and then back up jogging the spot. Just remember to turn your virtual background off, Wyatt. Okay, and up. You should be up faster than me. Two. Set. Net. Daso. Yaso. Go. Yaru. Aho. Yo. And come up. Left leg back, walking ready starts. Beat. Oh, more latecomers. Here we go. Front rising kick. Up jirugi. Hana. Two. Set. Net. Tassel.
Remember to pull your toes back.
There we go. Yaru. Aho. Yo. Change legs. The other side, just stay in time with me so that I don't have to speak and Mr. West can give feedback. Go.
Levi, try and pull your toes back a bit more. Same with you, Julian. Dia, try and get it a little bit higher. Your kick a little bit higher. Try and get it shoulder height, if you can.
And bottle, that's 10. Okay. Sitting ready stance. Beat. From here, pivot your supporting foot. Make your hands in a guarding block. Side rising kick. Ready, we'll do 10 of those. Stay in time with me. Pivot that supporting foot.
Eva, try and look the way you're kicking. Okay, yeah, for everyone, try and look the way that you're kicking. Don't try and just look at the tablet or the screen in front of you. Levi, look in the direction you're kicking. Look to the side you're kicking.
And the other leg, Dario, lift your leg up when you do your rising kick. Let it rise rather than flicking. Other leg, go. Lift it up, Luke.
Dario, try and get it a bit higher.
And
Toby,
bottle. Okay, from here, right leg back, forearm guarding block. Beat. Now we're going to lift your leg up for dollar chagi. From here, we're going to do little hops. And I want you to move around your space. Doing dollar chagi. Do 20, go.
come on, Luke, don't drop your leg.
Lift your knee, lift your foot.
If you find it easier, you can lean back a bit more. It should help you keep a bit more balance.
Hold your hands in your guarding block.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
does it count if you only do 10 kicks, but you bounce 10 of the time? So you
No.
kick up.
No, 20 bounces with 20 kicks. 1, 2, 3, just like this.
What if you do a kick and then you can't do another kick in a row?
And you practice. That's why we're practicing. Okay, other leg. Where you go.
Nicholas, have you done it?
Okay. So we're going to make your guarding block. Pivot your supporting foot. Lean your body a little. And lift up your kicking leg. Then from here, every time you kick, do a little bounce. Go back to the first leg and do another 20. Go. And back to the other leg. Last one, 20, go. Angle of your supporting foot is really important.
Dario, try not to hold on to something while doing it.
Lift your knee and foot. And come on. Grab a drink. Okay, we need some work on our bolochagi. So everyone on hands and knees. Everybody on hands and knees. Lift up your right leg. Knee and foot nice and high. And slowly you lift your knee up, Kinsey and Harper. Up with the knee. Not like this. Up. And then out. Back. Nice Eva. Out. Back.
Nicholas, try
Out.
not to flip.
Stay in time with me. Levi, lift your knee. Pull your toes back.
This is the motion of a turning kick. You shouldn't be pulling your leg closed like this. It should be flicking out, parallel to the floor.
Dario, on your hands and knees. This is about building the strength up in your glutes, not about having a little nap. Other leg, up. Hand in time with me, we'll do 10. Lift the knee and knee as well, and the foot. Go. Levi, look up, lift your knee and foot.
Come on, Dario.
Come on, Tavisha, get working on the exercise. I'm just going to take attendance while you have a little breath. A little breath for softies. Okay. Ooh, good size class tonight, guys. Ooh. There's the tool I need. 1 second. Okay. Second set. Hands and knees, right leg up. Stay in time with me to do 10. And let's go. Good, Levi. That looks excellent. We're doing 10. Just slowly. Because we're working on our strength. Good, Wyatt. Then the other leg up. Make sure you're pulling the ball of your foot back. Lift your knee as well. Harper and Kinsey, let's go. 1.
Dario, try and look forwards. Try and look up and not just collapse into your shoulders when you're doing it.
Julian, you're not on your hands and knees. You're lying on the floor. That is not doing anything. On your hands and knees, Julian. Hands and knees like this. This is my hands and knees. Then I lift up my kicking leg. Okay, now the third and final set each leg. Right leg up. And 10 in time with me.
Come on, Dario. Same with you, Nicholas.
Mason, lift that knee and foot up. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Oh, lovely, Mason. Really good. Might have been your camera angle. Okay, other leg. Last 10. Go. Okay. When you've done that, you can grab a drink of water. Okay, turning kick, doryochagi, is one of our most fundamental kicks. And it's a kick that's required at yellow stripe, going for yellow belt. It's called a smashing kick because it's designed to smash stuff. Generally, when we do this kick, we use the ball of the foot. So we're pulling the toes back out of the way and kicking towards the target with the ball of the foot this way. Okay, so you'll notice it's like a flicking action using my knee. That's the turning kick. Now, as with almost all taekwondo kicks, I have to lift my knee and my foot before I start and over and kick. Okay, lift, pivot the supporting foot. That's absolutely essential. Even if you have the flexibility to do it without turning that foot, you cannot get power because you're holding your hips back. Your hips can't move if I don't pivot this foot. So I pivot this foot and my hips move. And that's how I get all of the power from my body. So grab your favorite obstacle, likely to be a chair. Let's go. Come on, Zane, get yourself a chair. Now, I'm going to show you how close I'm going to start to my chair. Now, I'm taller than you, so I have the back of my chair close to me. With you guys being shorter, it might be the front of the chair that's close to you. Depends on your strength and flexibility.
Sir,
Kind of wondering about the height of your hips. Yes, question.
the sides of my chair are all the same.
Oh, great. You'll need to harden up then. Excellent. Okay, so first up, notice how close I'm standing to my chair because this is all about lifting my knee up. So I'm going to lift my knee, pivot, go over my chair and back, and then come back down. Okay, so it's not only my foot going over my chair like this, where I can start doing stuff like that. I'm going to get it nice and close to me and bring my knee over the chair and back over the chair. Okay, 10 of those each leg. Oh, Jacob, you need a taller chair. That's awesome. Pivot, keep your hands up, keep your guard by your brain. Over, back, and down.
Sir, how many do we do each leg?
10 each leg. So I want to see your knee going over the chair as well as your foot in that horizontal line.
Levi, try not to drop your foot on the other side of the stool. Try and flick it out, then come back across.
I'm using technique here. I'm not so worried about power. I'm trying to get my technique right. Luke, you have to pivot your supporting foot. I can tell you're not pivoting your supporting foot because your foot's sticking up like this. The foot that's on the ground, that's your supporting foot. Look at my foot on the floor. It has to turn away from the chair to do turning kick. So when you kick, Luke, your foot should be pointing that way. This is one of your compulsory kicks, Luke, so you need to show me you can do it. The foot on the floor has to pivot. If you finished your 10-inch leg, do another 5 each leg.
Harper, Mackenzie. Stop trying to put the stool, the chair on the other person's feet. And try not to hold on to the chair when you're doing the kick.
Yes, Mason, it's hard. That's why we practice it. Okay. Now, watch for a moment. I can tell, and the instructors can tell, whether or not you've got the foot that's on the ground moving based on the angle of your kick. Some of you are kicking like this, with your knees coming up. Look at the angle. My knees coming up instead of going across. I have to pivot the foot that's on the floor so my knee and foot can come across. Like if there's a table here, don't try this without mum and dad's permission. You might be going over the table. Okay, so you're going straight across. Try 5 more each leg on your chair and make sure you're going straight across with your kick. Okay, not going upward. Come on, Luke, this is something you need to work on. You've got to get this better for your yellow belt. Let's see it. Good, Julian. Keep that backhand by your brain and that will help you with balance. That backhand by your brain will help you with balance.
So do we do another 10?
Yes.
Come on, Hopper and Kenzie.
Luke, what are you doing?
Just focus on you, Wyatt. What I can tell you Luke isn't doing is practicing. Come on, Luke, you don't get better without practice.
Wyatt, try and bring your knee up a little bit more beside you. At the moment, it looks like you're bringing it up for a front snap kick and then trying to twist it into a turning kick. Try and bring it around a bit more and then flick it out, flick your foot out for the kick. That's looking better. There we go.
Okay, and come on. Can we grab a drink? Just want to check something. We've got Laura on, which is awesome. Is that Laura F? Just pop into chat or give me a thumbs up or something to let me know which Laura that is. If it's Laura F, I'm very excited to see you, even though your camera's not on. Okay. Remember, guys, that we can't give you feedback if your camera is not on. So make sure you've got your camera on if you can, so we can see you and give you some feedback to improve. Okay. Also remember, we take your attendance based on the name that you type on the screen. Some of you have got, one of you who's got a silly name on. If it's a silly name, you don't exist. Okay, so make sure you've got your name, preferably with your first name and your last name or family name, or at least your last initial. Okay, now that we've done that practice on turning kick, just to finish up this little exercise, we're going to go back to those bouncing turning kicks and see whether we can do better bouncing turning kicks. 20 each leg, hands up, hold your guarding block, pivot your supporting foot, and then hopping around. 1, 2, 3, 4, way to go, 20 each leg. Lift that knee up, Luke. Lift your knee and foot. You're kicking ankle height.
Try and control your arms when you're doing this.
Harper and Kenzie, lift your knee and foot up. You've got to lean your body a little bit, pivot your supporting foot. This is not turning kicks. This is just hopping. Lift.
Jacob, I think you can do it a little bit higher than belt height. Here we go.
Turn that supporting foot. Lift your knee and kicking foot. That's what we've been working on. Dia, I've got a really good view of your ceiling, but I can't really see you. Just change your camera angle a bit, Dia, so we can see you instead of your ceiling. Okay. Let's get through some fundamental stuff. Forward direction punch. Right side. Stay in time with me. Miss Osborne and Mr. West, if you guys can just come up to the camera and give feedback to the students. Somebody who's joined. Aha. Okay, forward direction punch, right side, ready. In time with me, seeing as we give feedback, we'll do right side, then left, stay in time. Chop.
Dario, make your steps longer. Julian, that's looking good. Try and remember your sine wave. Harper, Kenzie, they've started the other side. Eva, is the hand that's punching right now your left hand?
Bottle. Okay. Just to help everyone out. Everyone facing the camera. Everyone hold up your right hand. Now everyone hold up your left hand. Everyone knows that the left hand makes an L shape. That's your left hand. Right hand, left hand. When you do forward direction punch, when we do the right side, your right foot moves and your other one stays exactly where it is. When we do the left side, our left foot moves and the other one stays exactly where it is. Also, some of you juniors struggle remembering which way to turn, and you start turning all the way around these big circles. From my punch, if I pivot and step back, that tells me which way to turn. Just pivot and step back. Okay, so if you're trying to remember, work on that. If you have trouble remembering which one to start with and which one to move, it's worthwhile getting something little to put under your foot, something that you can feel, like a bunched up piece of tape or something like that. And you put that under the foot that doesn't move. Okay, so if this foot's moving, I put it under this foot so I can feel it and leave it covered up. Okay, and then when I change sides, I put it under my other foot. Now, yellow stripes. I want you to work on Chon-Ji. Yellow belts work on Dangun, green stripes on Dosan, and red stripes on Tege. White belts, you're going to be with me doing forward direction punch and forward direction block. Red belts will be giving feedback as we go. Okay, ready. Juniors, right side forward direction punch, white belts. Stay in time with me. Go.
Come on, Levi. Luke, try and keep your shoulders squared, shoulders straight when you're punching, not angled.
Now we'll do full direction block, right side. In time with me.
What are you guys meant to be doing right now?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yes.
I forgot what pattern I'm supposed to do.
What belt are you?
I am yellow stripe.
Then Chon-Ji.
Okay.
Left side, white belts.
Wyatt.
I don't know Duncan.
And just do Chon-Ji for now. It's hard to learn in lockdown. Hard to learn a pattern.
So white belts, can you keep practicing, please? Yellow stripes, you're going to be with me now doing Chon-Ji. Now, yellow stripes with me doing Chon-Ji. So where's Xavier, who was last class saying, I haven't learned Chon-Ji? It's dropped off. Well, okay, Chon-Ji, yellow stripes. Remember the stepping for this is left with my left foot, forward, follow my arm and turn around backwards, forward, then left, forward, turn around backwards, following my arm, forwards. Okay, that's the whole pattern, just doing that twice with different movements. Okay, so the first half you do walking stance, forearm low block, and then a middle punch. In the second half, we do L stance and a forearm middle block and a middle punch. Okay, yellow stripes with me. I'll go slowly so you can keep up if you're new to it. Just do your best, and the red belts can give everyone feedback. In time with me, saju.
Eva, try and make sure that you're finishing every movement. Right now, it looks like you're just doing a block and then straightforward stepping to a punch, block. Try and make it a distinct movement between each thing. So you want to finish that movement strongly so people know that you've finished the movement and then move on to the next one. Harper and Kenzie, you did the release slightly too fast after the straight fingertip thrust.
Sir?
Well, yes, Tanisha.
After we finish the pattern, do we just keep on going?
Yes, that's what practicing means. Do the repeating. Okay, now, yellow stripes, you can continue with Chon-Ji. White belts continue with four direction punch and four direction block. Luke, I hope you were focused during Chon-Ji so you can get your stepping right. Now, where's Wyatt gone? Because we're about to do Dangun. Wyatt, was it you that hasn't learned Dangun yet? Okay, so starting point for Dangun, your feet on the floor will make a shape of a capital I. Your capital I has a line across the top, a straight line down the middle, and a line at the bottom. And that's what our feet are going to do. So at both ends, we're going to do the same thing as on left side and right side. Okay, at both ends, we'll do the same thing left and right. Then down the middle, we'll go straight. So we're going to come back to our center line and go straight down the middle. So starting with me, yellow belts, Dangun, parallel ready stance. Same as it is for Chon-Ji and for saju, jirugi, and saju, magki. First movement, left foot to the left, knife hand guarding block. Then a high punch. All the punches in this pattern are high. So walking stance, high punch. Other side, knife hand guarding block. And then high punch. Cool. Now move your left foot, the front one, Move that to the left to make the stalk of your capital I and do a low block, a forearm low block. Then we're going to do 3 steps forward with high punches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the first 8 movements. Wyatt, let's do them again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, low block, 5, high punch, 6, 7, 8. Now the front foot's at the top of our capital I. So we leave the front foot where it is, pivot around it, and do sang pomak maki. So leave the front foot where it was, pivot all the way around it, and do sang pomak maki for the top of your capital I. Front hand forward, back hand up by your brain. We'll have to do this block separately, Wyatt. I didn't realize you hadn't done this. And then high punch. Then turn around and do it on the other side. Come back, Wyatt. Front leg goes all the way around, away from me. And then forward and punch. Okay. That is the first 12 movements. Where you go. Gives you enough to get started on. Oh, actually, Wyatt, pause for a moment. Sorry. What I want you to focus on is your sang pomak maki. So stand in your L stance like this. Stand in your L stance. Front, make a forearm guarding block. Show me a forearm guarding block. Now put the back hand over your brain. Good. Okay, now come down so both hands are in front of you. Good. Both hands face towards you. Both hands face you. So turn your bottom hand over. That's it. Now just the front hand, only the front hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go, go, go.
Sir?
Hang on a moment, Tavisha. That's it. And stop. Now only the back one. Just the back one. Now up brain, cover your brain, cover your brain. That's it. Don't go too fast. Feel it. Feel what you're doing. Make sure you're twisting it and blocking with your outer forearm wide. Okay, now do the stop. Do the front one again. Stop. Both hands face towards you. Both together. There you go. Make sure that front arm is bent, not down like this. It's got to be up here blocking. Make sure your front arm is blocking, not down here. That's it, Wyatt. Once you've done that, you can do the other side. Tanisha, question.
Is movement 1 and 3 in Dungan in L stance or walking stance?
L stance. Movement 1, movement 3, also your sang pomak maki and your knife hand side strike. They're all in L stance. Everything else is in walking stance.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Wow, Levi, 15 times. Might have been doing it a little bit too fast. Okay. And come on, everyone grab a drink. Good work, guys. Okay. Now, let's have a little bit of fun. Who is in a space where they cannot safely jump up in the air? Is there anyone in a space who cannot safely jump up in the air? Okay, that's good. Because we're going to take the turning kick we did before and do it flying, because flying kicks are awesome. Okay, so to start with, we're going to do it really easy. We're going to go for our stance. We're going to jump both feet up in the air and do our turning kick. Just like that. Now, I won't do too much flying here because I'm upstairs and it'll bang downstairs for my family. This way. Okay. So I'm going to jump up in the air and do my kick out and back with my front leg. Now, when I jump, I try and tuck my other leg up at the same time like this, and then bring it back down to land on. Imagine someone's trying to sweep your legs out from under you, so you fall on your bottom. So to avoid that, we're going to tuck the other one up. So you see that I lift my other leg up. Try that. Do a few of those each leg. Jump off both feet and go jirugi. Not yet, Jacob. We're going to do progressions. Good question. Remember, guys, that the chat is for questions. I'm seeing a lot of rubbish in the chat. Okay. Okay, and Goman for a moment. Just a short pause. I have a valid question in chat. Tavisha, that's just time wasting, putting chat nonsense on chat, okay? Remember, chat is for questions. I just had to look through 28 items of chat to find a question to answer. And the rest of it was just all nonsense. So just for questions. Toby, I'll be with you in just a moment. Your questions, Jade, what is a forearm rising block? So that's this one, chukyumaki. Chukyumaki is forearm rising block. And the other one, you've got, I think you've mixed the terms of two things up there. You've got reverse side strike. What you have is knife hand side strike and reverse knife hand strike. Reverse knife hand strike comes this way.
Yeah, I got that wrong.
Okay, cool. So you got rising block, chukyumaki, this one. Knife hand side strike here.
Okay.
And reverse knife hand strike here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Toby, you've got a question about dangun. Please unmute and ask.
How many movements does it have?
21.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, now, so we've done our flying turning kick with our front leg, like this. Now, the next one, we're going to do our flying turning kick with our back leg, but just jumping off one foot. And this is actually quite easy to do. It's a really good way to get height. So from here, I'm going to lift my kicking leg off the ground. And as I'm bringing this up really fast, I use that momentum to get off the ground with my body. Okay, so rather than, see if you see the difference. Rather than going 2 feet, I'm going 1 foot. So my kicking leg is already in the air when I jump, which is what makes it a bit easier. So do 5 or so of those each leg. Remember to try and tuck. Keep your hands up when you jump. So use your arms to jump up in the air and then keep them up in the air. Okay, if you pull them back down, then it's going to drop you back down to the ground like a stone. So do a few of those each leg. Just relax and have some fun. You don't have to be able to do these at a gradient until you're a blue belt. So it's a little bit of time away, but they're really fun to do. Okay, and pause for a moment. I'm going to give you a little pointer. Remember when we did our jirugi on the ground that we lifted and pivoted the supporting foot. When you do your flying turning kick, you land on the ground with that supporting foot pivoted. The supporting foot pointed away. That'll help you get a nice kick and a safe landing. Watch. See, my foot's facing over there. So turn yourself in the air. Helps you get a good kick and a safe landing. Okay, how's everyone going with that? Good. Cool. Now the next one. The next one's a little bit trickier. If you haven't done this before, just start with the jump before you do the kick. This is what Jacob was asking about before, the scissor action. So with the scissor action, you go up with one leg and then kick with the other leg. So we're actually going to kick with the back leg. So watch, it's like this. Okay. Now, if you haven't done this before, practice your scissor first. 1, 2. And try and turn that foot for your landing. Okay. So go 1, 2. That'll help me to turn my hips for the kick. 1, 2. Okay, try that. Go. Have some fun with that one each leg. So we did 2-foot takeoff. We did rear leg, 1-foot takeoff. And now we're doing scissor action takeoff. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Come on, Toby.
That's it, Geelong. Yeah, have fun with it.
I did 12.
12 each leg. Hope you did 12 each leg. Toby, one of the things you can do with that risk is just start low like this. Just start on the movement. And then you can reduce that risk of falling over. And then as you get more confident, you go a bit higher. Okay, now we're going to do 2 more little variations. The first one, instead of going 1, 2, I'm going to spin backwards. 1, 2. Okay, now the starting point for this is to do it on the ground. 1, 2. Okay, so notice I'm spinning towards my back like Chon-Ji. Spinning towards my back like Chon-Ji. Then when you get a bit more confident, you do it with a jump. Okay, try that. Just do it on the ground, stepping first, spin towards your back, then do your dolio chain. And when you get confident, jump. 1, 2. Notice when I jump, it's a bit like the scissor action where I lift up first, turn around, and then when I get to about here, I'll change and kick. Okay? Lift, change, kick. Go. Have some fun with that one.
Saying if you can't jump, then just try and do it on the ground.
Just do it on the ground if you're having trouble. Step, kick. Keep your hands up. Step, kick. Remember, the chat is not for comments, it is for questions. Otherwise, we instructors will miss the actual questions and questions won't get answered. Leave the chat for questions. Good, Levi. Yeah, just have some fun with it. Don't worry about it. Don't panic about it. Just try and have fun. So one little change for you, Levi. Do be careful, though. Remember that spin is just like Chon-Ji, Levi, where you spin towards your back. Levi T, sorry. 2 Levi's on the call. Spin towards your back, just like Chon-Ji. Okay, so once more, for those of you who are a little bit confused, the leg you're going to kick with goes in the front. Goes in the front. Okay? The front leg's going to kick. My back leg spins all the way around and then kick.
I can jump.
Ah, yes, it's challenging. And come on. Good work, guys. Excellent stuff. Okay, grab a drink of water. Grab yourself a little drink. I'm just going to type up a couple of quick notes. Okay.
There's 4 students on.
I got half of your question there, Jill. Okay, guys, if you've got any questions, please unmute and ask them now or pop them into chat. We had a really good group today. Thank you guys for coming along. Okay, now, just a couple of quick things. In fact, we're going to stretch off now, so I'll just tell you some things while we're stretching. Sitting down, left leg out, right leg over the top, and twist your torso. Okay, a couple of reminders. First, it was excellent that I didn't have anybody today ask to go to the toilet. Fantastic. Remember to go to the toilet before class begins. It's only an hour. You go to the toilet before class begins. There will be no need to interrupt class for toilet stops and miss some of the cool stuff. So make sure you go to the toilet before class. That's the first thing. Second thing, remember, leave chat alone. Just because we're not there to keep you in straight lines and to tell you to stand still doesn't mean you shouldn't be standing still and focused on the training session. Get your hands off the keyboard unless you have a question. We don't interrupt the classes when we're in face-to-face. We just do the exercises and practice and have fun. It's the same thing in Zoom. If you have a question, you can unmute and hold your hand up and then unmute and ask, or you can type your question into chat. But I don't want any nonsense chatter in chat because then we can't see the questions. And it's discourteous. Change legs. And the first tenet of Taekwondo is courtesy. So you're supposed to be nice to people, be nice to each other, follow instructions from their teachers and the adults who are looking after you, your parents. So follow those instructions as part of being courteous and showing respect to those people. Okay, so very important. Following instructions is also means that your parents can keep you safe. And also when you're showing integrity, when you're honest with your parents, it makes it much easier for your parents to keep you safe if they can trust what you tell them. Okay, so for a lot of activities we have, there are risks out there that your parents want to protect you from, including on the internet. So always talk to mum and dad about what's happening so that they can keep you safe. Okay, and they can trust you as well. Both legs out, breathe in and out. No, Toby, you can wait 3 minutes. We're going to get through an entire class with nobody going to the toilet. Remember to be reading your syllabus handbooks. Focus on your stretching, Levi. It's Levi T. Okay, turn to one side, lie on your back. Legs up in the air, hold your trousers and let your legs hang open.
Julian, try and grab your pant legs to actually do this stretch properly, rather than trying to read the book. Same with you, Crichtons. Try and grab your pant legs to stretch properly rather than.
And close your legs up. Standing up. Left leg behind and stretch. And change. Remember after class, guys, to write some notes or draw some diagrams or pictures in your training notebook about the things you picked up today. Eva, can you hold me up a number of fingers on one hand about how confident you're feeling with full direction punch? So a 5 is, yep, I've got this now. A 1 is, I have no idea how it works. How many fingers are you feeling for full direction punch? 4. Okay, cool. Thank you. That gives me a good idea of how you're going, because I was doing it today and not watching you, so I couldn't see how you were going. Dario, how are you feeling on a 1 to 5 of full direction punch? Moving the right foot, doing the techniques right. Hold up a number of fingers for me. 1 for not sure, 5 for I got it. Levi, did you have a question?
No, sir.
Okay, I just saw that you were unmuted. Okay, guys, turn to the left and tidy up. Remember to keep working through your syllabus book, reading through the material and learning what you need to know. Great to see you. I'll look forward to seeing you next class. Thank you, assistants. Oh, hang on. I'll put the assistants on camera as well. We've got to bow to them too, because that's polite. But we'll do it in one go rather than two. Here we go. Thank you, seniors. Everybody ready? Chon-Ji, take what? Hassan. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye, sir. Bye.
Bye.